The practice of Aikido consists of becoming sensitive to the ki of our own body and the ki that surrounds us. Finally, to the ki of the universe, to the universal energy that pervades it and gives life to everything. This means harmonizing with ki and feeling that your body is part of a universe full of light energy, and therefore consciousness and life. One more time. It is impossible to define ki. We tell it, vital energy, universal energy, whatever. Any definition is incomplete. Making an attempt, we can say that it is the manifestation of the movement of the mind. When the mind moves, it generates ki. This polarized movement is the breath of the universe, and it is what provides its dynamics and allows all creation. But we will see this in more detail below. Regular training in Aikido, as well as the various methods of Qigong, allow us to become sensitive and permeable to universal ki. At the stage where the ki sensation is sufficiently developed, the ki of the body coincides with the ki of the universe. The final step of the practice is where the body is most permeable to ki. According to the teachers who have done it, at this level of mastery you will be able to control the ki naturally and you will be in free communication with the universal ki. Without exerting yourself or using your will, you live in harmony with ki. This is the final step, the ideal or the goal of those of us who practice Aikido. As you develop sensitivity to ki, you may realize that your mental activity is inseparable from that of ki, and that your breathing is linked to both. Breathing is the movement of ki. This movement is contraction and expansion, inspiration and exhalation, yin and yang. It is the breath of the universe, the void and the form. The vacuum represents the force and contraction, while all the phenomena that we perceive are the force and expansion. This dynamic of complementary opposites generates the 8 powers. In the structure of the universe, Jakuriki, or 8 powers or forces, according to Osensei Ueshiba, correspond to an active force, a quiet force, a traction force, a relaxation force, a division force, a force of combination, a force of dissolution and a force of crystallization or materialization. They are 4 pairs of complementary opposites that cyclically and rhythmically shape the physical universe. Movement, stillness. Materialization, dissolution. Tension, relaxation. Combination, division. All reality emerges from the interplay between contraction and expansion. Electromagnetic radiation is the force that expands, like light. It is what we see. The force that pulls toward the center and that curves space-time, creating a singularity, is gravity, the contracting force. We appear as a result of this dynamic of forces, contraction and expansion. But the primary force is contraction, which is what holds things together. The yin side, the creative void, when starting to move it expands. The strength of radiation, expansion, the yang side, depends on the force that contracts and sustains. An example is the centrifugal force. If it were not subject to a center, it would not exist. Let's take a ball tied to a string that we hold by hand and spin it. The more intense its spin, the stronger the grip will have to be. But if we open our hand and release the string, the ball shoots out in an apparently rectilinear movement. This means that the centrifugal force does not exist in itself. Without the centripetal force, it could not manifest itself. Without the force of contraction, there would be no expansion. Without gravity, life as we know it would not be possible. Contraction, inspiration, expansion, exhalation, exchange of electrical charges and pressures. It's like cosmic breathing. In fact, our lungs reflect this dynamic. We breathe because the entire universe breathes. Our breath is the breath of the universe. When we breathe in, the lungs expand, the universe enters us and retracts. When we exhale, the lungs retract and the universe expands, gaining information and energy, increasing its entropy. When we inspire, we import order and coherence to the organism. When we exhale, we export disorder, increasing the information in the medium and the entropy, and maintaining order in the body. But like the universe, in which there is not a single point of it that does not breathe, our whole body breathes, not just the lungs. Each cell breathes, each point of the body participates in respiration. But the lungs are the ones that govern it. Those who move energy, those in charge of capturing, distributing and purifying it. It is the physical level of breathing. The breath is the physical vehicle of our non-physical, infinite side. And it is the means to raise consciousness and connect it with any point of the macrocosm and microcosm. It truly connects us with all levels. A bridge between the visible physical world and the invisible mental world. It is what unites matter and spirit. It is a characteristic of life and our existence. The division into energy levels and manifestation. Presenting a visible and physical aspect, which is the basic level. The support and vehicle of mental experience. Ascending to more subtle and invisible levels. Fields of energy and consciousness extended into space. Our being is multidimensional. Connected with infinite energy fields. Well, the breath unites and amalgamates all these levels. It balances them. Breath is electricity. Ki is electricity. It is a flow of moving charges that generate an electromagnetic field. Forming the energy body. This ki energy can accumulate in your body. There are special places to store it, such as the spaces between the tissues of the body or the bones. But the Kikai tandem, the area below the navel, is the true storage center for ki. The greater the electrical charge, the greater the pressure, the greater the gravitational effect at that point. The greater the charge, the greater the expansion. The higher the pressure, the higher the volume. If your hara is powerful, your energy field will be correspondingly large. The expansion of your energy field depends on the force in your center of gravity, the Kikai tandem. Do you understand? This is the place where you accumulate power. And without breathing, Kokyu, this is not possible. Kokyu Rokyu is the power of breath. It is essential in the practice of Aikido. It is obvious. Together with Tai Sabaki, the movement of the body, and with Ki no Musubi, the union with the flow of energy, are the three fundamental principles of Aikido. But remember that the breath and the mind are linked. If the mind is agitated or fragmented, the breath will be short, shallow, and lacking in rhythm. When the mind is unified in action, the breath harmonizes and extends its power. At the same time, it is through breathing that we balance the internal and external environment, and we can calm and unify the mind. Mind, energy and body are unity. Breathing is the key. Always keep it in mind. This unit will be reflected in your techniques and will increase your level and understanding, not only of Aikido, but of your life itself. Keep on training and progressing. Always. Thanks for following our videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps us spread the knowledge.